Hello and welcome to Sharp Smoker Electronic Cigarettes. In this video I want to cover the 510 Clearomizer. And the Clearomizer is basically a cartomizer. It's just made a little bit differently. It's got a little bit different structure, and it of course has a clear outside shell so that you can see the inner workings of it. When you get the box, you'll come with 5 Clearomizers and then 2 little tools here. So basically what we're going to do is just go ahead and pull one of these out. And what you've got here is you've got a little black tip that you can place on the end of your Clearomizer if you like, or you can just use the white tip there that's already on the Clearomizer. And this is your adapter to use on the syringe to fill up the Clearomizers. What we'll do is take this out real quick so you can have a look at it. Inside there you can see all the inner workings of it. It's got a clear shell here, and then the white cap. This is of course where you screw it onto the battery. Now the easiest way to refill these is of course, really the only way to fill these up is to use a syringe, which this of course will be included with your shipment. All you got to do is screw it on there just like that, and then you've got basically just a working syringe here. Next we'll take a bottle of e-liquid. There's a couple of different ways you could do this. I mean, you could pour this into a little bowl if you wanted to suck it up without using the syringe. Just stick it and suck it up like that. It's a little bit slower using a little syringe here because it's it's pretty small. But basically what I do, and I find it's pretty easy, just stick it into the end, tip it over, and just pull this back quite a little ways. And as you can see, it's bubbling there. It's just slowly pulling the e-liquid into the syringe. It's got a sight gauge on it, so you can use. I usually put about right around 1 milliliter, just a little bit more than 1 milliliter of e-liquid. That'll fill up one Clearomizer. Of course, if you're going to fill up all these at one time, you could just back it up and pull it 3 milliliters into it. And we're almost there. Right, for this demonstration, that's plenty. And then I tip it up, and what I do is I pull it back just a little bit more to pull all the e-liquid inside. And then what you're going to do is get like a paper towel or something and just push it up basically until the e-liquid starts coming out. The idea is just to get all of the air out of the syringe there, so you're not pumping a bunch of air into your Clearomizer. And there we go. We got it ready to fill. So next thing we'll do, I'm going to try and adjust this focus here so you can see a little bit better, is we'll just pop off this white cap. Just like that. And down inside here, right on top there in the center, you can see that's the heating coil. It's on top, whereas most cartomizers have it down near the bottom. So these Clearomizers do produce a pretty warm vapor, definitely significantly warmer than a lot of the cartomizers and the atomizers produce. And you can't really see it here in this video, but if you kind of rotate this around, you can see there's 2 little slits on either side of the Clearomizer. That's basically where you're going to stick this little white syringe piece. And so basically you just take it and you'll just stick it in. You might have to work it just a little bit, but once you kind of get it in there, be a little bit careful so you don't ruin your adapter piece there. But there you go. You can see it just sticks right in. And then if you've got a syringe and a needle, you could also use a needle, but this little plastic tip keeps you from sticking yourself with a needle. Then basically what we're going to do is we're just going to start pumping the e-liquid in, and you're going to see it start filling up here. Just filling it up. And of course you can put any flavor e-liquid in these that you like. Fill them up with all the same flavor, fill them up with different flavors. There we go, that one's pretty much full. As you can see, I had just about 1 milliliter of e-liquid, and it pretty much filled it up basically there to the very top. You do want to leave a little air bubbles in here. You don't want it to be completely filled up. As you can see, there's a little air bubble there. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to overfill it, because that if you start pushing more and more e-liquid in, and you overfill it and there's no air, it's going to actually start leaking out the top here, which is of course you don't want, because then you run the risk of sucking that into your mouth, which is obviously not the ideal thing, and you don't want to do that. Then you got your white tip. You can put it back on here, or you can also use this black tip here and stick it on the Clearomizer. Just have to work it on there a little bit. It works perfectly fine. It works the exact same with either tip, with a little black tip or the white tip. But that's the Clearomizer. All you got to do is hook this up to your 510 e-cig or a T-Rex or an Ego or an Evolution X. It's a 510 thread, which all those batteries have 510 threads, so it will work on all of them. But that's the Clearomizer. And again, this is a great model. It produces a nice warm vapor and lots of vapor. So give the Clearomizers a try. If you got any questions for us, you can email me, Kevin@sharpsmoker.com. Thank you for watching this video and have a great day.